Humble call.
I was gonna say you should talk about it.
We're on live. Hold on. We're live!
We're live! Alright, before we forget it, you just told me that you watched every episode of Tom and Jerry. I need to know why.
Let me back this up just a hair. For those of you that don't know, there's a 55-inch TV that you can't see just over here.
Definitely.
And so when we're working in the office, I'm somebody that constantly likes something in the background. I'm not really paying attention to it. But, I mean, it can be South Park, it can be Daria, it can be anything.
The problem with those shows is that they're too interesting to me.
I know.
They're too interesting to me. I have to watch them.
So, one of the things we're talking about a lot today is figuring out our structure. We had a misstep yesterday. Anyways, so we were talking about what to play in the background, because I like to play something in the background.
Right.
Ross doesn't want to be distracted, which there is a logic to this, shouldn't be a giant TV on. So we settled on maybe Tom and Jerry. And I'm like, well, I've seen every Tom and Jerry ever. All of them. For 2 reasons.
Okay.
Multiple reasons. Not even singular reasons. Okay? Not like one place I watched them all. There are 2 places that I watched every single Tom and Jerry.
So you've watched every single Tom and Jerry twice?
Oh, that does not, no more than that. So, okay, the first round of Tom and Jerry. Because I'm living in Thailand. Okay?
Okay.
I'm living in Thailand.
Right.
I don't know if you know this, they don't talk in Tom and Jerry anyways. But
no, they don't.
Anytime I'd go to my little ice cream place to get my my chai tea. Oh my god, I miss chai tea. But anyways.
Chai tea's amazing.
They make it sweet with condensed milk or sides, and you can watch the milk on top and it sinks down into the, oh my god. It's so good. But anyways, I would go down to this ice cream place, and whenever I walked in, they would immediately put on their DVD of the complete Tom and Jerry collection, because the American was in the room.
Right.
So whenever I'd go there and hang out and sit and drink my drinks, I would watch Tom and Jerry. So I'm not saying I may have seen them all as a child anyways.
Right.
Because they were on heavy rotation back in my day.
Right.
Now, so the next round is Tom and Jerry in the original don't talk. So when I was first raising my grandson, who's now 9, I found cartoons that we would watch endlessly before he could talk that didn't have any words. That were all about context, and we would laugh. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're talking about a 10 or 11-year-old here. 11-month-old, excuse me. And we're talking tiny.
Yeah.
But no, he and I, every night, would sit down and watch Tom and Jerry. Or Shaun the Sheep was the other one. Yeah, Shaun the Sheep's another one. There's no words.
Yeah.
He eventually found one called Larva that he loved for a while that not only had no words, but was all about, like, I don't know, larvae. They were little tiny, like, wormy-looking things that would, like, look like mealworms or maggots.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I've seen every Tom and Jerry, but I definitely think I've seen a lot of the ones where they don't talk.
I was going to say, do you get pissed off when you run into one of the new ones where they talk? Or are you like, that's not Tom and Jerry?
I don't get pissed off, but I'm like, I don't want to watch that. Like, I don't have a desire to see them speak.
I don't have a desire to see them speak.
No, they don't need to. They're animals.
Right.
It's better that they don't speak.
Spike spoke.
Spike spoke, yeah. Spike always spoke.
Even in the old one, I think Spike always spoke.
Yeah. But Spike was like, he's different. He's just Spike.
Spike was like the grown-up in the situation.
Yeah, he's the grown-up that wasn't a grown-up, yeah.
He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We need more Spike.
We need more Spike.
If there's anybody out there named Spike that's looking for a job and doesn't want paid.
I actually knew someone that I hated named Spike.
They literally went by the name Spike?
Well, their nickname was Spike. So, they went by the name Spike, yes. I don't know. I don't know what Scooby-Doo is.
You don't?
Like Scoobs. Raw.
Okay, so today's subject, Ploblems.
What?
Ploblems. I've got Ploblems.
Got problems.
Ploblems.
Got 99 problems in it.
I got 99 Ploblems and most of them are sound.
Yeah.
And production related.
Pretty much.
Okay, so we'll tell this story. So, for those of you that don't know, we're working on putting together a show on Sundays with a group of really cool people from the Universal Sangha, which, for those of you who are wanting a translation, it just means a temple for everyone. It just means, and not a place where people can come together to kind of have those conversations about spirit.
Yeah.
When I think of a temple, I think of it being very open. I mean, one of my favorite memories is I would go down and meditate at a tiny little temple that was, 2,500 years old down the street from where I lived. It wasn't an important temple, but it was just a cool place to just come.
Cool place to go.
Yeah, and to exist. You could go there and be you. You could meditate. They had animals and stuff. But anyways, very similar to this setup. The animals aren't as big. They had like a golden eagle. I'm telling you, eagles are bigger than you are.
Really?
We do not understand the size of an eagle until, like, when you're up next to an eagle and you're like, oh.
So eagles are huge.
Yeah.
Eagles could pick up humans?
Little ones. You might be available for.
That's not good.
I don't think they take me on, but I think that, you know what?
Like that.
Really hungry eagles might grab you. There's eagles here in town.
Imagine, imagine someone saying, like, hey, my kid got stolen by an eagle.
Hyenas ate my baby. No, dingo ate my baby.
Dingo ate my baby.
Dingo ate my baby. Now that's Ploblems right there.
That's Ploblems.
That really happened.
Yeah.
Dingo ate her baby.
Dingoes do eat babies.
They didn't believe her
Yeah.
until they found a dingo that was eating babies.
They found the culprit.
I don't know. I don't remember the full story. I know eventually we proved that dingoes eat babies.
Right?
The other one is that there's a weird thing that can happen to your body where suddenly you're drunk. It starts dealing with sugars wrong and turns them into alcohol, and you're all hosed up even though you didn't do anything.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of weirdness out there, but there's a lot of weirdness here. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
So we get together this show, and we are the production side of the show.
It was like awesome.
It was an awesome conversation.
Overall, it was an awesome day.
We worked on it for about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
We had gotten together with the people that were available with plans on doing the show.
And then I think we went up for like 5, maybe 10 minutes.
6.
Okay.
In an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Oh my God, totally unlistenable. And the worst part is, I'm telling you, here at this
Even
end,
worse than that, this might be unlistenable.
No.
Well, no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, really. We're constantly trying to figure out why things aren't sounding the way that they need to sound. And we're constantly frustrated with it.
Yeah.
And
we're constantly, like, aware of the fact that it always feels like if I knew what I was doing, I'd just walk in and go, oh yeah, no, that's wrong.
Right.
You know what? But I know that I don't.
But I know that I don't know.
Right, I don't know.
Exactly. You know?
And I'm okay with that. The funny thing is, I'm also like, a friend of mine said, well, this will pass. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm already laughing about it. So we go live. It sounded great on our end.
It sounded spectacular.
We've replayed it. It still sounds great on our end.
Yeah.
Please don't listen to it on Facebook.
No, we will release a regular, like, we'll release a different version.
Oh my God.
Way better than whatever happened on Facebook.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you all a secret. Facebook does some weird compression stuff when you try to go live.
Yeah.
That one option is we go live to YouTube instead.
Well, I was thinking we could go live to YouTube and then repost it to Facebook, but I don't even, like, at this point, I don't even trust I don't know what to trust anymore. You know, like, it's to the point where I don't know what to. I only know that we can do different things and hope that something better happens, but, like, I'm still, even that is like.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm behaving. I have my hands on.
Right.
I'm listening. Usually I don't. For those of you that are like, oh, look, he's wearing headphones today. I'm trying to hear the difference.
Right.
And I can hear the difference, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Literally every time, the most annoying part is that it comes through clearly, like 100% clearly through the headphones. So we put it out, and we think that I think that it's beautiful. It should be good. and it's just not.
Okay, so we're good. So we had a great day.
We did have an awesome day. Seriously.
We were full of anxiety about this show. It's the first time we're really jumping out there and working with other people,
Right.
which is goal. We know.
We want to do more than just hanging out in our basement.
Well, we want to do more than just us too. We want to hear.
We want to hear other voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point is make noise be heard. Not me. Not him.
I
Yes,
think
us.
part
but
of it is one day you guys are going to get tired of hearing us. You know, it's just the nature of things.
I'm tired of hearing
You
it.
know,
I've
I'm
had
tired
to listen
of
to me for 50 years.
right.
Some of the stuff I've been saying for 40 of them. You know, it's like. Ah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've been saying some of the same things since I was like 10. So.
Rain makes the flower grow. Polly wants a cracker.
I could see myself getting tired of this after 30 more years of that. You know.
Deeper meaning. I feel like a parrot sometimes. Like, Polly want a cracker. No, Polly is a cracker. But Polly is a cracker. Polly is a cracker. Matt is a cracker, actually. I don't know what Polly is. Polly's a parrot, I believe. But
Polly the parrot.
so we then about it's a number of hours later we go.
Yeah.
I should go see how that
Oh,
looks.
I should go listen to it.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool.
Question: Does the audio and sound and video match up at all?
I have no idea. That echo will not let you. Like, I don't
It
know.
won't even. You can't even get a gauge off that.
No, that sound has a life of its own. It's everywhere. And the funny thing
No,
is,
but I will say 100%. It's never been that. Like
I've never heard that
I've
before.
never heard that before. I don't know what Facebook did this time, but like I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that before. I put There Will Be Blood. It's part of the reality, though, of life. Not just what we're doing, but life.
Yeah.
There's going to be problems.
There's gonna be problems.
Say it like a kid so that you can deal with. Well, but the reason I wrote Ploblems is it's how a kid mispronounces it. That in the end, problems will pass. Remembering it like a kid instead of like an adult overwhelmed isn't a bad idea. Okay, so we're going to work through it. You know what the options are? We can complain about working through it.
Right, or we could just do it with a smile on our face.
We can joke about getting through it.
Yeah.
You know, there are a million different kind of floods.
I think today we've both realized that we don't need to stress each other out extra.
No.
We just need to acknowledge that we're both really stressed and really just trying to figure it out.
Well, and there's a million pieces. I haven't raised any money yet. If anybody out there's like, oh, they must be doing great now.
Oh
No. I just don't. I don't talk about that piece. I don't know how to talk about that piece. In the world of problems, if I had the money to hire an engineer, for instance.
Well, I will say 100%. It's more comforting that I'm not the only person that gets stuck on a piece
Right.
and just grinds their gears on that piece. I will say that's 100% comforting, and it feels better to do something with someone else where like you're having a problem and they're also having a problem, because it doesn't feel like it's just you. It doesn't feel like you're alone. It feels a lot better that we can like communicate and actually like say, hey, I'm having a problem with this, and you'll go, hey, I'm having that same problem.
Right.
Or I'm having that same problem just with this piece. Like
That's our show.
Yeah.
Our show is. I admit that it's not. Guess what? I'm human.
Right.
Guess what? You're human. Guess what? We share this.
Right.
So that part of the conversation we had yesterday that I think really helped was the people we were working with, Joy and David, were going through a lot of anxiety about it too. About the sound. David,
That's
sorry.
funny.
David,
That's
I'm
hilarious.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's actually hilarious that you said that.
But it's honest.
Yeah.
Hey, should you try this? Should you try that? No, we've got this. The sound is great on our end. I am so proud of how good the sound
Literally
sounds.
the worst sound we've ever heard. I cannot stress that enough, man.
Mea culpa. Mea maxi culpa.
I almost want to tell you guys to go listen to it just so you can hear how bad it is.
Oh my God.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
But
It's so bad.
yeah.
So then we have the rest of the evening,
Yeah.
where we are very quiet. So we're full of energy. Great day! Great day!
Yeah.
I went to a class on walking meditation in the morning. Oh, I was so invigorated. You know, spent my morning talking to Russia. You know,
I woke up at a normal time. I made a couple beats, man. I was feeling good about my life. We actually got through the show, and it was fun. It was energetic. We were having a good conversation, man. And then
Hey, let's just go. You know what? I know we're short a guy, but let's go live for 5 minutes.
Houston, we have a Ploblem.
Yes, exactly. See, well, and it can be so frustrating in the moment.
Yeah.
And the trick is to. But that's why I always try to remember it's okay to react.
Yeah.
That it's the pond thing again. I always go back to, of course, the pond reacts when you throw a big giant rock in it.
Right.
It takes a minute to calm back down, but then
Yeah.
it's a little bit taller.
It
gains a little.
I will say though, the best part about having recorded another version is that I can fix this.
There's another version.
Right? I can fix this now, but it's. I will say, I'm frustrated, but I'm not like letting it take over my spirit. I'm trying to view it from a semi
The
good
weird
angle.
part is,
You know?
the sound was so bad that it didn't even do, it just dawned on me, it didn't even try to do captioning. It was just like, what?
It was like, what are you guys?
Well, you can't hear Joy or David at all.
Really?
No.
The thing is, came through clear on the old.
Like, that's weird.
It's. I don't understand.
You know what, more and more I'm like, that's gotta be Facebook and compression.
It has to be. It has to be. That's my only thought, is that it has to be something in Facebook. At first, when there was the white noise thing going on, I think that might have been the way we were plugging it in or something. That was my only thought. But like, this is a different thing. It's like
a new
clicking
thing. I
and
know.
like
I'm like,
echo. It's been echoing for the past couple weeks, but it's also clicking. And
well, we played. Okay, so we did play with some mics.
Yeah.
We're back to the old mic.
Yeah, we're back to the old mic. So we'll see how this
Sounds.
turns out.
Oh, watch it be just as beautiful as the one from last night.
Right?
That would fucking crush me. Oh,
Sorry.
that would crush me. Yeah, sorry guys. I try not to do
Hey
that.
man, we're humans. We cuss. I'm sorry.
We do, but we try.
We try to limit it on the show because we want to market this, obviously.
Well, I go with Carlin's
Also,
list of dirty words, and I try and stay off those because, I mean, not that I mind saying them.
Also, it's a lot easier to put clean if you have one or two cuss words rather than like glitter.
We're like PG-13.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the goal.
we do verge into the sometimes, silly about, I don't know, every once in a while we.
My brother and sister's parents had asked me if they could watch the show, and I was like, I don't know about that. But
How old are they?
okay, I'm 18, so my sister's gonna be 8 in a couple days,
Right.
and my brother's gonna be 7 in a couple months.
Maybe we should just throw this all away and just do the Twitch stream with the kid, and then that way kids can watch it and screw adults.
I don't think we should throw this all away. I definitely think.
I want a note to everybody out there: when in doubt, when screwing, adults. That's how you're supposed to do that.
That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screw the adults. We'll just spend time. Never mind.
Never mind.
We'll just,
It's okay.
We'll
It's
just
okay.
spend time with children.
Oh my God, no. No.
No, we
With
won't.
the Beavis and Butthead? No. No. Yo, Beavis and Butthead always had that voice that like I couldn't think that they were up to anything good. Like I couldn't. They laugh like how I imagine demons laugh.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Like, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
What if there was a British version?
It's not the same.
Okay, we're just being silly.
No, yeah.
What we're talking about is the reality that there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
We knew going into this, or I know going into a new show, or I know. But it's always interesting. Oh my God, it's never what I expected.
it's never the problem that you think is going to happen.
Oh, of
Because
course.
100% when we went into this, like, we really thought that this was going to be, like, the audio that was going to be good.
Well, yeah. Well,
Like, 100%.
right.
I thought that.
I did. That we had good fortune even just cheating the system by using the Facebook app or my phone. I've called all over the world and not gotten that sound.
Right.
I have.
Right, so it can't be that. That's what I was thinking. But also, like, it's been echoing the past couple weeks, but it's been echoing when it was just you and me, so it could be just Facebook, literally.
I'm being bad. I'm smoking a cigarette. I apologize, folks. Now we're an R-rated show for nicotine.
Now we're in our. Luckily, when this goes up on Spotify, it won't be.
Well, I thought the echoey was me trying out the other mic. But
I thought it was too. I 100% thought it was the other mic.
Right. I was trying out the other mic with the idea it would allow me, because
then
I've been having problems with moving back and forth.
100%. Well, I will say that mic does peak, which I don't know if the peaking comes through on the sound, but there's so many like moving pieces that I have to inspect.
Oh God, yeah.
That it seems like things are not more complicated than they need to be, but like they're, I don't know.
It's like a million little simple tasks, but I don't even know what those tasks are.
Exactly.
That it's like I'm sure that somewhere there's a button I push,
Right.
or that it feels very much like you're in over your head.
Yes.
Us, me,
Yes.
not
yes.
you.
I don't think that it's a negative in over my head. It's more like I didn't realize how much troubleshooting and work and
I don't mind treading water, but I didn't realize how far I was going to have to swim.
Right, exactly.
Well, but that's, I mean,
It's like you thought you were gonna swim across. Never mind. I was gonna. You thought you were gonna swim across the English Channel, but
Right.
in actuality, you're going to Cuba from Miami. So
I'm telling you, man, it's the jellyfish issue.
jellyfish.
It's the jellyfish.
What?
That's what gets you swimming in the open ocean.
Jellyfish.
Stings. Yeah. Like paralysis.
So it's not even sharks.
Nah, sharks don't give a fuck.
So,
Oh,
well,
I'm all over the place today with my nastiness.
if you get stung by a jellyfish in the ocean, you're done, right?
No, they keep swimming.
Paralysis.
It's where the thing hits. It's not.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
paralysis.
like not. I don't know if it's paralysis or if it's. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
I know that when you talk to distance ocean swimmers, the problem is facts. You are going to be stung by a million jellyfish while you're swimming.
Dang.
You know, not a million's kind of a high number.
Right. You're gonna get stung a couple times.
How are you going to find enough people to pee on you? The reality is, folks, as much as that's a myth, peeing on somebody that got stung by jellyfish does absolutely nothing. But it is pretty funny after the fact when they tell your friend that at the hospital. And then you go, no, the best is when they, like, you're at the hospital and you're explaining how your friend peed all over you. And they're like, that doesn't really work. And your friend that peed on you goes, I know, but I knew it was my big chance. I couldn't pass up the.
I'll be honest, a whole skit just came through in my head.
Yeah, okay.
It was literally R. Kelly being like, she got stung by a jellyfish.
Oh my God, I just saw it. No, do you know what it is?
And someone else goes, but she was 15. What's wrong with you,
No,
man?
do you remember the beach lifeguard show? What was that
The
show?
beach lifeguard?
Yeah, with crap.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
With Pam Anderson.
Oh, no.
With the da-na-na-na and the boobs.
Okay.
And they find a victim that's been stung by jellyfish. And you see R. Kelly come running out of the lifeguard stand. I got it! And he's the special jellyfish guy. He's the guy they call out when there's a jellyfish sting.
We gotta get a clip of Baywatch.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Right?
And then they realize the person.
And then you just clip what's his name, R. Kelly's crying face on David Hasselhoff.
Well, then he's saving the world. Well, then he's a special lifeguard. He only it's a special episode with R. Kelly.
God.
The jellyfish episode.
The jellyfish episode.
You remember the one where R. Kelly was a guest, and he ran up and
Wait,
peed on
did they
people
make
kept getting stung by jellyfish, and R. Kelly would run out and pee on them all. They had to bring him in. They had to bring in a specialist to deal with the fact that jellyfish
my God.
had come in so close to the shore, and so it's a regular show. But
Oh
R.
my
Kelly is the new special lifeguard.
Humans have constantly thought that urine could clean things. Like constantly. They used to I think the Romans used to use urine for brushing their teeth.
Brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
Brushing.
It's crazy.
Brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
If you think you're in the solution, you're in bigger problems than you thought.
You remember? It was funny. We were watching Future Man or Futterman. Is what
Futterman, thank you.
No, we call it Futterman because it's funnier. Anyways, he was in the desert, and I remember he like peed in a puddle. And he spent so long contemplating if he was gonna drink it
It dried.
that it dried up.
Well, there's a way you dig a hole, and what you do is you pee into the side of the hole,
Okay.
so then the water gets filtered through the sand.
Yeah, no, that I don't think
I'm not
that
saying-
could make me.
I'm not saying it'll be better, but you're
I
dying.
think
You're
I'd
dying.
rather just I'm done. If I'm in the desert and there's no
So if it's die or drink pee, you're done.
yeah.
R. Kelly steps in and goes, "That's what she said."
That's terrible.
That's just so
That's
awful.
terrible, man.
Yes, the urine show. You're in it. I'm in it.
I think we have a
You're in it.
I think we have a
problem.
Yeah.
But actually, the point is that you have to sometimes step away and laugh. Of course, we're all just happy little monkeys batting over our weight.
Right?
You know what I mean? That, punching over our, I don't know,
Punching up, yeah.
We're all just monkeys punching up.
Yep.
Because I'm not as impressed by the species as the rest of us. I'm like, look at them monkeys. Look at them silly
pretty-
monkeys.
I'm pretty impressed by like
R. Kelly?
our ability to keep knowledge. And also our ability to like willfully ignore knowledge.
Well, watch this.
Like 100%, right? The teachings of Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're in the
Good
book.
stuff. Yeah, no,
It's
they're
good
there.
stuff in there.
It's really good stuff.
You know? But we just willfully ignore it a lot of the time. And I'm just amazed at the ability to willfully ignore some things, you know?
Well,
I don't know.
Christians are just Jew light instead of, I don't mean any offense to the Hebrews, but it's like weaponized Old Testament.
Well, I've always thought that no matter the religion, bad people are gonna find. Well, I won't say that. I won't say bad people, but I'll say that people are gonna find a way to look for what they want. So if you're generally speaking a good person and you want to do good things in the world, I think you're going to do good things. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or Hindu. It doesn't matter what religion you identify with. If you're a good person, you're going to do good things.
But there's going to be problems.
Exactly. There's going to be
there's no matter which of those
exactly.
Even if you've chosen a thing that lines up best with however
you look at the world, yeah.
You have to then. It's not like you should just close your eyes and go, okay, this is what I am now.
Exactly.
The point is, you gotta question it all, no matter where it's coming from. If it's not wise, it's not wise.
Well, I think if you think anything defines you, you've missed the point. 100%. That's why, like, I've had people ask me, like, how does it feel to be black? And I'm like, it feels like the same way it would feel if I was not. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say to that.
I'm feeling what it feels like.
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm feeling what it feels like to be white. Hold on.
It doesn't, like, I don't have any frame of reference. How would I know what it feels like to feel otherwise? This is how I live. Like, I don't.
You could pass
What
for
does that
Dominican
question
for a while
mean?
if you want. Do you want to go see what it feels like to be a Dominican?
No, I gotta shave this and keep the sideburns growing into a whole.
You gotta get the strap going.
Yeah,
you gotta get the strap going.
Yeah. But then people might think that I'm Muslim. They might think that I'm like Arab or something.
Well, you're not supposed to shave your beard then. You're supposed to just once you're married, aren't you supposed to just grow a beard if you're a Muslim?
Well, no, some of them shave the mustache specifically.
Oh, they go for the Amish look?
Yeah.
I've never liked that.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
I mean,
it's okay.
I've known people that. Well, yeah,
I think some people have a face for it. Some people don't.
I just have a ton of hair
Right.
that I don't know what to do with. I'll be honest. When it comes to hair, I got problems. A capital P that rhymes with T that stands for trouble or pool or something. I got troubles. Right here in River City.
Man.
I got troubles with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. I got troubles. Right here in River City. That's from Music Man.
The Music Man.
Yes, it's a musical. I was in that show.
Is that one,
That's where he comes to town and starts a band.
Yeah, I've seen that. My music teacher
I think I did Spotlight.
showed me that. Showed our class that video.
I think I just ran a Spotlight on that one. I don't remember if I got 1776. I know I was in the chorus. I was on stage for that one.
Really?
I've done a few musicals actually.
Really?
Yeah, no, that I was in theater in high school.
Did you like really enjoy it? Like, were you really into it, or was it like a thing that you kind of just did?
No, the reason I'm not a huge musical guy.
Right,
and we always did one musical.
That's why I was surprised.
Well, we did one musical a year and one theatrical performance a year. So we did a show in the fall and a show in the spring. So every year there was a musical.
Right.
And we made good choices. I mean, it was interesting. My interest more though was there was a very different. The crowd was more accepting.
Mm-hmm.
The theater people are different. Their heads are already open. Like when you are in high school, you're surrounded by people that are kind of trying to fit in, and the theater people are kind of already realizing they don't.
It seemed to me like people in theaters tend to like they're able to like detach themselves from like everybody else, whereas like almost everybody at my school was trying to fit in. It seemed like the theater people didn't care whether or not they fit in.
Well, the funny thing
So
is,
at least to some extent, there was still some overlap. You know, there was some overlap.
I'll tell you a secret as one of the theater kids. There was some hypocrisy. There were still cool kids in the theater club versus. And the funny thing is, it wasn't the cool kids that would have been the cool kids outside of the theater club.
Definitely, 100%.
It was like, oh my god, you are so emo.
Right.
You are so cool.
Right.
It was almost like, yeah, this is where the skids hang out.
Well, the thing was, I was okay.
Letterkenny reference.
I think I like to think that I didn't have much ego when I was almost in a musical, and basically
The Wiz?
no.
Oh, you're just
No.
You know
it
what?
was actually a West Side Story, but we rewrote. They rewrote it. They did it differently.
You would be perfect for The Wiz, actually. You're even smaller than Mikey. Well, no, Mikey played the Dorothy role. Michael Jackson plays the Dorothy role in that movie.
Really? Okay.
You've never seen The Wiz?
No, I didn't know you could see it.
Get on down the road.
I only saw the recent one. They did another reboot of it, and it's okay.
I'm talking Diana Ross.
Yeah, I know which one.
No, maybe Diana. No,
I've heard of that version of The Wiz.
I'm so sorry.
It's Diana Ross and
Diana Ross plays the Dorothy role.
Oh. Mike plays the Scarecrow.
Mike plays the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
I think I want to put you in the Dorothy role.
But
either that or Toto.
I like to think that I was one of the cool kids in there, but the only reason I thought that is because I literally just discovered I kind of know how to sing.
Oh.
And it was like I didn't really have a whole bunch of ego about it yet. Because I was like, I still had the opinion that I was kind of trash at singing, but when I sang, other people were like, "Yo, you're really good at singing," and I was like, "All right." And people looked at that and they were like, "I like that."
Are you admitting there's a great deal of ego wrapped around it now?
I think so. Definitely.
Do you think that confident or cocky?
Confident or cocky?
Yeah.
I
think you get cocky personally.
I think I get cocky now, but I'm trying to figure out how to be confident about it because I would always either overshoot or undershoot.
Right. I get what you're saying.
I'm either really, really cocky and really, really cocky about it, or I just can't really believe that I'm a good singer at all.
Can't find any words.
Yeah.
Because so much of what we do is freestyle.
Right.
So on top of it all, I know. Now
Right.
everybody's like, "Oh, do you make music?" There really is music. You know what? That's another one we ought to get up. I'm telling you, the basement files.
Yeah.
We just put them off the way they are.
Yeah.
On 586B live.
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning of content there.
Well, after I give the studio some much needed love and attention, I'm gonna have to go through and figure out the stuff that we've already recorded. Like, what do you call it? There's Seth has some stuff that he's recorded
Oh no.
that I have to go ahead and spice up, but I'll give that some time
Well,
later.
the other advantage is if it's up on YouTube, he can grab it down.
Right, exactly.
Or if it's up on Spotify, wherever.
Right,
I think we had
right.
decided we were just going to go straight to sound on that. We weren't
Yeah.
going to do video.
Yeah,
Sometimes we do bad things.
yeah.
Not bad things.
Well,
It's all medicinal
I usually just get a some type of picture, and then put it on the video and put it on.
Oh,
sound,
yeah,
and then just
absolutely.
put it up on YouTube. It's pretty easy that way. And then we can figure out the Spotify.
We should get a cool picture of in here with people working.
Yeah.
Like if I stood over at that corner and got a picture, that'd make a cool picture to put up for the idea of the basement tapes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? From there you can get sometime. I don't know.
I got you. I got you. It's a thought. It's a thought.
It is
yeah.
like it feels like there's a million tiny tasks.
There's yes, 100%.
If people think I'm joking when I'm going, I wish we had interns. Just so that
No, seriously,
I would remember to get my water in the morning.
Well, the 100%. It's like the amount of ideas that we both bring.
Oh God, yeah.
It makes it hard to actually disseminate what needs to get done and what we want to get done.
Well, what happens
Yeah.
is we've slowly added things because of those concerns.
Yeah.
And then the problem is we want to be able to just, okay, cool, we can add a thing. 'Cause
Right.
we've got this part down. We don't.
And then when you add on the fact that we had it going for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and like there was a solid month where we had just straight
Quality.
beautiful quality recordings, and like then it's just the past couple days it's just been
Oof. Oof. Yeah, no, but
And
but that's reality.
yes,
So I
it's up and down, and it's natural. I know that this is the way that it's supposed to work. It doesn't make it any less frustrating.
right.
You
You
know?
still feel the rock going into the pond.
Right,
That was always
right,
my
right.
point, was that everybody's like, well, yes, but be the pond. I'm like, okay, but people throw rocks in ponds. And you know what? And if you throw a rock, or if you skip a rock across it, if you watch, water goes flying up.
Yeah,
There's a reaction.
it gets disturbed.
But it returns to calm.
Yeah, it's always going to return to calm, but you have to give it time, and two, you have to acknowledge that something changed.
Well,
The water is gonna change with something happening to it.
right.
It's
You've
not
grown.
gonna not change.
Well, I like the idea that when you take the actual physics of adding a mass to a body of water,
There's literally a displacement.
there's a displacement. You
Yes.
literally get a little bigger.
Yes.
It
Quite literally,
doesn't,
yes.
as the rock goes in, it doesn't feel like you're.
I mean, it's a minuscule.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
No, it's a minuscule change, but it's still a change nonetheless. So you have to acknowledge that there's a change.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why I love taking the traditional pond metaphor
Mhm.
and adding the fact that, no, wait a minute,
Mm.
there's going to be crap. Things aren't
Right.
always going to go perfect.
Right.
All you have control over is how you react to it.
Right.
You can see that we're decided to giggle a lot.
Yes.
Probably a very echoey giggle. And what the sound, I don't.
Facebook, please bless us today with beautiful sound.
Bless us with
Please.
sound.
So I don't want to have to go to this recording and fix things. I don't want to have to do that. But if I gotta do that, then
We
I'll
got
do
it.
that.
Eventually,
You know?
even that'll be easy, I hope.
Right.
I,
Right.
if we had a guy that's used to fixing sound, I guarantee I endlessly feel like
I 100% think we are amazing at pushing out ideas and getting ideas and just trying to do them
Right.
and figure them out. But I love the idea of getting better at fixing sound, but also like
I love the
it's
idea of
such a-
somebody else
I
being
feel like
better
there's
at
such
it.
a learning curve to it.
Yeah.
Even if there was just a person to show me what to do, you know, like
I've got a son that'll be available in 30 months with a degree, hopefully. 30 months, man. And I'm like, I don't know that I could get through. Well, first off, we're going to need money before 30 months.
30 months, man, that's a
I'm
lot.
going to have to figure out the money thing.
I'm gonna have to start looking to see if there's any editors that don't have a job, so that they can work with us for free.
Well, then in my head, I'm looking for somebody, or may have a job and can stop by in the evenings and look at it.
Right. That too.
That I'm awful about conversations. I have to get back to the gentleman I was talking to. He said most of his experience was on older equipment as well. The answer seems to be, well, yeah, but what are you?
Well, I gotta start spreading my tentacles and reaching out to people and seeing if anybody knows anybody who knows anybody.
Well, believe it or not, we've got 2 additional audio interfaces on top of the board. We're not currently using them, but I hate the idea of suddenly having that. I love the warmth of the board.
Me too.
So
Me too.
I'm so worried that I'm gonna take that off of our sound. I say as if we sounded good yesterday. You know what I mean? The hard part is, I can hear us.
Oh yeah,
I really am
this is
listening.
crystal clear.
I'm listening to the
And
quality of the sound. I know I'm not moving it around right.
When I go back and listen, when I go back and listen after we get off here, I pray that the sound actually works because literally it's a toss up at this point.
Well,
And then the worst part is that people literally can't even watch it because it's
that bad.
yeah,
Well, the other thing we have to solve is everybody points out that
it doesn't match.
it doesn't match. We know it doesn't match. For those of you that are wondering if we know it doesn't match,
You know.
we know it doesn't match. The decision was that we needed to move forward, that was a thing we needed to solve,
Yeah.
but that in the end, because we were uploading stuff as sound as well, that just the ability to grab, we didn't want to lose what we were making.
Yes.
Better to keep making, and we're going to fix this,
Yes.
so that there's content building, than, oh, let's stop and we don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Because we've done that.
Right.
We've done the part where it's like, okay, this is overwhelming, we yell at each other, we beat our head against it all day.
Yeah.
And did you hear yesterday?
I think today we're in a much better mood to actually look at it and maybe figure some things out. If we don't, then tomorrow we'll be back and we'll try it again. But
Right?
honestly, like at this point, it's just something we have to figure out, and we'll figure it out when we figure it out.
I think you sound great, just so you know, Ross. I think you sound really good
I think
today,
you
brother.
sound great as well. I think you're in a good place as well.
Thank you. Well, I think also that audio-wise, I'm like, wow, this sounds golden.
See? Do you see
I
my
do.
conundrum now? Because like every time I hear it in here, it
That's
sounds
so frustrating.
long, spectacular,
That's so frustrating.
right?
I almost wish it sounded like shit so I could listen.
At least then you have a gauge of how bad
I
it is.
feel like we're a mechanic, that somebody's bringing in the car and going, but it's making this noise.
and then it doesn't make that noise while we're
It
here.
runs
You know?
perfectly. Oh my
Yeah.
god, perfectly.
The mechanic literally drives it around for a week. And
Can I
it's
buy
just
this? This is the best car I've ever driven.
Exactly. He's like, no, I need the car back. And then he takes the car back, and then it's making this rickety noise.
But it is.
You know, like I keep hearing it, man. Every time I go down High Street, I'm telling you.
But it does. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Where my paperwork?
Where am I?
You know, I'm just like, wow. Why am I fighting with this? The trick is, we're laughing. I always say, everybody's all like, oh, breathe. And I'm like, remember to giggle. Oh my God, because, A, your crazy little monkey brain's going to come up with ideas that don't work. So quit trusting it. Test everything. Secondly, you're still a little monkey that's going to run around anyways, and some stuff's going to go right, some stuff's going to go wrong.
Right.
It's kind of like,
It's gonna be a mess.
well, think of yourself like, I don't know, a virus building different protein spikes, trying to figure out how you fit into the world. What I know is, you know what, there are problems. That's okay.
Ploblems, but we will figure them out.
There will always be problems. Welcome to the real world. There will never be, to quote the Dalai Lama, he had a little suffering right here. But his whole point was, the Dalai Lama was pointing out that he's not without suffering.
I almost feel like we have suffering in our knees, but you know.
In our knees. Oh my
Our
God.
knees are shaking. You know?
Our knees are a little shaken. I agree.
We're still standing up.
We're still standing. Da-na-na-na-na. Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee. Better than you ever did?
Looking like a true survivor.
Oh, like a true survivor?
Little kid.
Like a little... Sorry. Sorry.
That's all good, man.
So sorry. I'll let it run for a minute because we sang.
Right.